Okay, so first one experiment. All of you can see here title: basic safety precautions, introduction and use of measuring instrument, voltmeter, ammeter, multimeter, oscilloscope, real life resistors, capacitors and inductors. Okay, all these things we are going to learn in this experiment. First of all, I'll show you how generation, transmission and distribution is done. Okay, in India, and then when you work on such voltages, which safety precautions you have to follow. Okay, so see here, which one instrument we use for the generation of electricity? What is used for the generation of electricity? Yes. Is electricity naturally available, free? Which one instrument is used for generation of electricity? Huh?
Generator.
Generator, right? Very good. Okay, so generator, it is used for the generation of electricity. So in India, electricity is generated in which form, AC or DC?
AC form.
AC form, very good. Correct. Okay, and what is the generating frequency?
50 hertz.
50 hertz, very good. And electricity is generated in the form of three phase or single phase? Three phase. Okay, three phase. And whatever the supply required at your home is which one? Three phase or single phase?
Three phase.
No,
Three
it's
phase.
single phase. It's a single phase. In residential area, every equipment it operate on single phase. Okay, whatever the socket you see at your home, how many terminals that socket has? How many holes it has?
Three.
Three, right? The upper one is? Yes, upper one is?
Ground.
Earthing.
Grounded.
Earthing, right? Ground terminal, earthing terminal. And lower two are?
Live and
Phase. Phase, correct. Okay. The lower two are, one is live, another is phase. Okay.
ma'am, what is
So,
one phase and three phase?
that is I am explaining to all of you. Okay, for that, this is the power flow diagram I have plotted. So from this, it will be clear to you what do you mean by three phase and what do you mean by single phase. Clear? Okay, got it. So see here, I'm explaining it right now. You please concentrate. Still, if you don't get, then ask me. What do you mean by three phase? What do you mean by single phase? Okay. So see here, this generator, can everyone see? This is called as the power flow diagram. Power flow diagram means what? How electricity is generated, transmitted, and distributed. Okay, and it is consumed. The diagrammatic form representation. Okay, so generator, all of you can see here, it generates electricity. I have denoted here in the form of three phase AC. Generating frequency is 50 hertz and generating voltage, it is 11 kV or 22 kV or 33 kV. Here I have denoted it how much? 33 kV, correct. 33 kV, very good. Okay, now generating station are far away from load centers. Okay, so you have to transmit this electricity over larger distance. So whenever you are transmitting electricity over large distance, whatever the transmission losses, that is I square R loss, current flowing through transmission line and resistance of transmission line. Okay, so I square R losses you can minimize. How you can minimize it? Reduce current and then transmit the electricity. How you can reduce current? You step up the voltage. And which one instrument or device is used to step up or step down the voltage?
Transformer.
Transformer, very good. So all of you can see this is the symbol for three phase transformer. This is primary winding and another side is secondary winding. Two vertical lines, straight line indicates the core. Okay, core of transformer. It is made up of silicon steel. Three phase transformer means what? You will find three windings on primary side and three windings on secondary side. Okay, so this is the three phase step up transformer. Step up transformer means what? Voltage on which side will be more, primary or secondary?
Secondary.
Secondary side will be more, correct. So how much it is going to step up, at what voltage?
220.
220 kV. Okay, so you are going to use here step up transformer. This is called as major substation. In major substation, transformer is the important device, main device. In generating station, power plants, generator is the main device, okay, or instrument you can say, or machine you can say. Got it? So here we are using step up transformer to step up electricity at 220 kV. Now here you have step up the voltage in transformer unit is included in your syllabus. You will learn there V1 I1 is equals to V2 I2. Means what? Voltage, if you step up, current will be less. So current now at 220 kV will be less compared to 33 kV. That's why if you transmit electricity at 220 kV rather than 33 kV with less current, I square R losses will be less. Okay, that's why there is a need to step up the voltage. Now this electricity is transmitted over large distance, transmission losses will be less, I square R losses. Now do we want 220 kV? Now voltage is what? 220 kV. Do we want 220 kV?
No.
No. Then how much
No.
we want?
330 kV.
33.
Again.
No.
30 kV.
Single phase AC supply voltage is how much?
11. 11.
11.
रेसिडेंशियल एरिया आपके यहाँ पे कितना वोल्टेज आता है? 11 kV आता है क्या?
220
220 watt
And
unit
volt.
volt. Very good. Okay, so whatever the voltage required in residential area is only 220 volt. Means this 220 kV, what you have to do? You have to, yes, we don't want 220 kV. We want only 220 volt. Means what you have to do?
Step
you have
down.
to reduce
Step
it.
down.
Right. Then what is called as, what you will use to step down the voltage?
Step down transformer.
Correct. Step down transformer. Very good. Okay. So transformer, again, it's a three phase. It operates on AC. Transformer input is AC, output is AC. So it's a three phase step down transformer. So on secondary side, you will get 11 kV. Okay. Now this 11 kV, if some industries require, they can use that supply is given to some industry. Then it is transmitted this electricity in the form of three phase AC 50 Hertz 11 kV over some smaller distance. And then we don't want 11 kV, right? We don't want 11 kV. Further, what you have to do? You have to, again, what you have to use?
Transformer.
Which one?
Step
down. Okay, step down. We don't want 11 kV. रिवर्स है, ये साइड में मैंने प्राइमरी दिखाया है और लेफ्ट हैंड में मैंने सेकेंडरी दिखाया है, तो ये स्टेप डाउन ट्रांसफॉर्मर ही है. ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ट्रांसफॉर्मर. This distribution transformer all over India, you will find its secondary side voltage is always how much? कितना है यहाँ पे? 420 volt. Okay, this distribution transformer nearby our college, you will find backside of D building, backside of workshop. Okay, so you will find there electricity reaches at 22 kV. Here I have shown it at 11 kV. But whatever the transformer backside of workshop you can see in our college, it is receiving voltage at 22 kV and it step it down to 420 volt. Again, it is three phase. Three phase means how many windings there on primary and how many windings are there on secondary? Three windings. Okay, three windings there on primary, three windings there on secondary. Now every distribution transformer all over India, you will find whatever the three windings are there on secondary side, they are connected in star. Okay, this three windings, they are connected in star. Star connection means what? See, First one winding, R phase winding. Second one winding is called as Y phase winding, and third one winding is called as B phase winding. So the see, though someone asked what do you mean by three phase and single phase? Now here is the concept. Concentrate here. So these three windings on secondary of transformer, they are connected in star. Star connection means what? One terminal of each is connected together here. Okay. And what is done? This one connection is called as star connection, and this point, wherever all three windings are connected together, this point is called as star point and neutral point. Now from this point, they tap one wire which is called as neutral. Clear? Many times we say it's a neutral phase and neutral single phase AC supply. So what do you mean by neutral? Clear?
Ma'am, what is meant by that R and Y and V?
How many windings I told you on secondary of three-phase transformer?
3.
3 winding. So this is nothing but it is first winding with red color insulation. It is second winding with yellow color insulation, and it is third winding with B color insulation. Means blue, red, yellow, blue.
Okay, so they did not color.
But these are
Okay.
nothing but copper conductors. Okay, copper windings with many turns, and they are connected in star. Star means what? One terminal of each winding they connect together. This is called as star point or neutral point. And from there they tap one wire which is with black color insulation, and that is called as neutral. Clear? Means how many terminals are available here now on secondary? See how many terminals are available on
4.
secondary?
4.
Correct. 4 terminals are available. So it is called as 3-phase 4-wire AC supply. So 3-phase 4-wire AC supply, is it clear to all of you? Hello, 3-phase 4-wire AC supply, is it clear to all of you?
Yes,
Yes.
Got it? 3-phase means what? RYB. And neutral is the 4th wire, which we tap from star point. Now what is done? This transformer I told you, you can see back side of workshop. Okay, back side of workshop. Now what is done from here? This 3-phase 4-wire AC supply is tapped with the help of cable to each and every building. In our college, A, B, C, D, E buildings are there, canteen is there, workshop is there, marine management. Okay, all these buildings are there. VU is there, VU Vishwakarma University. Okay, so for that, what is done? See, like this, it is cut section. Cables in detail we are going to see in second experiment. So like this, it is cut section and its front view. It will look like this. Okay, so this is called as 4-core cable. One core is of what? R. Second one Y, B, and neutral. Clear to all of you? 4-core cable. Cable means what? It is used for underground transmission of electricity. These 4 core are made up of aluminium. Got it? And they are insulated with some insulating material. Cable for the underground transmission of electricity. Okay. So like this cable reaches to each and every building. How much core cable reaches to each and every building? Yes. How many cores that cable has?
4.
4-core cable. Which one 4-core?
Y, N, R, and B.
Correct. RYB neutral. Got it? And whenever I say it's a 420 volt, means it is the voltage across which terminals? Whenever I say voltage is 420 volts, so what do you think? This RYB neutral, out of these 4 terminals, across which 2 terminals voltage will be 420 volt? See here. See the screen. Across which 2 terminals voltage is 420 volt?
Y and B.
Again. Only across Y and B?
B and R.
B and R. Again across R and Y. Got it? RY, YB and BR. RYB. Out of these three, across every two, if you measure voltage, how much it will be? 420 volt. And this voltage is called as what? Yes, read here. What this voltage is called as?
Line voltage.
Line voltage. Got it? Okay, so three-phase voltage available everywhere in every building is how much?
420.
420 volt. Okay, so once this cable reaches to each and every building, like in electrical lab, we want 420 also. Otherwise, in every classroom and the rest labs require only single phase. So what is done? Three-phase 4-wire AC supply is given to electrical lab also. Once this cable reaches to each and every building, what is done? Some load of that building they put on R2 neutral. Okay, some load they put on Y2 neutral and some load they put on B2 neutral. So what is this R2 neutral, Y2 neutral and B2 neutral? It is called as single phase AC voltage, AC supply. So see, what is the relationship between line and phase voltage? This is R2 neutral, Y2 neutral and B2 neutral. This is called as phase voltage. Okay, so what is the relationship? Whatever the three-phase AC circuit, this unit is included in your syllabus. You will derive in that unit VL by root 3 is VPH. What is VL? What VL is called as?
Line voltage.
How much is its value?
420.
420 volt divided by root 3. You will get phase voltage approximately 220 to 240 volt. Got it? So how we get 220 volt clear? This is the star connection. For
Yes.
star connection, you will derive in three-phase AC unit, three-phase AC circuit unit, VL by root 3 is VPH, means line voltage is 420. And as it is a star connection, R2 neutral, Y2 neutral and B2 neutral, you will get approximately 220 to 240 volt single phase AC voltage. So whenever this three-phase 4-wire cable reaches to each and every building, what is done? Some load of that building they put on R2 neutral. Some load they put on Y2 neutral and some load they put on B2 neutral. Clear? So this is called as single phase AC supply. R2 neutral, Y2 neutral and B2 neutral. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you mean by single phase AC supply and what do you mean by three phase AC supply? I think it is clear to everyone. So what is the conclusion? Single phase AC voltage is how much?
220.
220 volt. And it is available across. So whenever in the socket you see, whenever in the socket if you see the lower two terminal, one is phase, another is neutral. So that neutral is what? With black color insulation, which is tapped from star point of that transformer, secondary side. Okay, and that live phase, it can be with red color insulation wire, that one phase, or with yellow color insulation, or with blue color insulation. Out of these three, any one it can be. Clear to all of you? Up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
So now if you observe from generation up to distribution voltage level, this one I told you 11 or 22 or 33 kV. This one transmission voltage, it is, I have shown here 220 kV. It can be 110 kV also. Okay, then they step it down to 11 or 22 kV, then here 420 volt, and here is 220 volt single phase AC or 240 volt. Okay, 220 to 240. So whenever you work on such voltages, which one safety precautions you should follow? So all of you know the basic, that is whenever you are using iron or any electrical equipment or any replacement repairing going on, or you are performing any practical in electrical lab, your body, hands, clothes must be dry. Wherever required, wear rubber gloves. Wherever required, wear slipper, insulated shoes. Okay, that must be dry. Clear? Again, any replacement, repairing, installation of electrical wires or instruments going on at your home. So what you have to do first, main switch we make off, fuse you are going to replace. So main switch first make off, do the replacement, repairing, installation at your home, and then later on, once it is over, then you can switch on the main switch. Okay. Fuses and circuit breakers. Okay, what is its application? What do you mean by overload? See, whenever every tube light fan you switch on or every electrical equipment you switch on at your home, how it get connected, in series or in parallel?
Parallel.
Parallel. Very good. Okay. Every load you switch on, see here, this is the diagram. This is the lamp I have connected over here. This lamp, all of you can see, its one terminal is connected to phase and another is connected to neutral. Phase and neutral means what? See here I have written, it's a single phase AC supply, 220 volt or 230 volt, 50 hertz is the frequency. Neutral means with black color insulation, which is stamped from star point of that secondary of transformer, star connection. And live phase means what? It can be with red color insulation, yellow color or blue color insulation. Okay. So second lamp, whenever you switch on, see like this, it get connected in parallel. Got it? Means whenever any equipment you switch on, it get connected in parallel across phase and neutral. Okay. So if you are connecting instruments in parallel, then only voltage across each will be 220 volt. Otherwise, if you connect them in series, then obviously it will not be. Voltage will not be across each 220. All these electrical equipments are designed so that they work across at 220 volt single phase AC supply and 50 hertz frequency. Okay, plus minus 5% tolerance is allowed. Okay. Now, what do you mean by overload? Overload means what? Load on the system beyond its capacity. Load on motor beyond its capacity, load on generator or on transformer beyond its capacity, overload. That is called. Okay. What do you mean by short circuit? Short circuit means what? Suppose this is phase wire, this is neutral wire. They are insulated with insulation and they carry current. By mistake, if this phase and neutral, its insulation get damaged and they touch to each other accidentally or by mistake, then what will happen? Short circuit will be there. In transformer, I told you here primary winding is there, secondary winding is there. This is primary winding, this is secondary winding. They are having many turns and they are insulated with the insulating material. If accidentally any wire, its insulation get damaged and they are carrying current, so what will occur? Short circuit will be there. 3 windings are there on primary. Any two insulation get damaged and touching to each other, short circuit will be there. Okay. Or primary side any winding, secondary side any winding, insulation get damaged, carrying current, touching to each other, short circuit will be there. Okay. So any two current carrying wire touching to each other due to insulation damage, so short circuit will be there. Now tell me, in case of overload, means load beyond its capacity, in case of short circuit, which one parameter increases? If it's a overload, if it's a short circuit, which parameter increases beyond rated value? Current or voltage?
Current.
Voltage.
Current. Okay. Current becomes beyond rated value. If through wires or through electrical equipment you are passing current beyond its rated value, what will happen? Will that wire, will that instrument get damaged or not?
Yes.
It will get
Yes.
damaged. So you have to protect the system. Okay, you have to protect the system in case of overload and short circuit. So what you can do, make circuit open. The moment you make circuit open, current in the system becomes
Zero.
zero. Got it? So that is done with the help of fuses and circuit breaker. In case of overload and short circuit, in case of fuses, the fuse wire melt and circuit becomes open. In case of circuit breakers, that switch, it comes to off position. We say circuit breaker trip. off. Means what? That switch comes to off position. Okay, in detail we are going to see fuses, MCB, its type, construction, working principle, okay, how it operates in case of overload and short circuit in detail in second experiment. Okay, so right now all of you keep in your mind that fuses and circuit breaker, what is its application? In case of overload and short circuit, they make circuit open. Okay, so you will find this circuit breaker, fuses and switches also. Always they are connected in live phase and not in neutral. Okay, this is one of the safety precaution. Again, due to short circuit, if fire is there, what we can use to extinguish that fire? If due to short circuit fire is there, what we can use to extinguish that fire? Can we use water?
No.
Then
No.
CO2.
Fire extinguisher you have to use, or dry sand you have to use. Clear? 2-pin or 3-pin, whatever you are using, if it don't properly fit into the socket, replace that 2-pin or 3-pin. Okay. Then what else? Again, any electrical equipment, if you are not using it, make it off. Any electrical equipment, if first time you are going to operate, or any new experiment first time you are going to perform, so first gain knowledge about it and then only switch on, operate it. Okay, again, while if you are performing practical on rotating machines, then your cloth must not be loose, proper clothes you wear. Again, you should not wear metallic ornaments, and if you are wearing, then be careful while making connections or noting down the readings. If it touches to any current carrying live part, then you may get shock. Okay, again, while performing experiment, if any of the wire get loose or disconnect and you want to connect it or make it tight, first switch you make off and then only make it tight or connect it, otherwise you will get shock. Okay, again, in socket, how many terminals are there? 3. Lower 2 are which one? Phase and neutral. And what is the upper one? Earthing. Okay, so that earthing, see, like this it is. Suppose this is the socket, it's okay, fine. So see, whatever the socket is there, that earthing terminal. So from there, where the wire is connected, socket, lower 2 are phase and neutral, upper one is earthing. So from that earthing terminal, earthing wire, that is copper wire, is connected where? One terminal to earthing of socket, and where the another end is connected?
Ground.
Correct. It is connected to ground. That is, under the ground earthing arrangement is done. What is it? In second experiment we are going to see in detail. Okay, under the ground earthing arrangement is provided for each and every building. So from socket earthing terminal, one wire is connected to earthing of that building. Okay, so for what purpose earthing is there? If you are using iron or heater or fridge, all of you know, laptop charger, for all these devices you use 3-pin. Okay, so that upper one terminal is of that 3-pin and of that socket is earthing wire terminal. So what is done in that 3-pin? That earthing wire, earthing pin, that is connected to through earthing wire to outer metallic body of that instrument. Suppose iron you are using, so one earthing wire is connected to outer metallic body of that earthing of that iron, and another terminal to 3-pin. Okay, so if any leakage current is produced in iron or in heater, accidentally it flows, not normally. Suppose in electrical lab, various machines, they are not open, they are covered with metallic body. Okay, inside it windings are there. If any wire break accidentally and touching to outer metallic body, or whatever the flux is produced, in rotating machines, if that flux is coming in contact with that outer metallic body and EMF is induced. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, all of you know, alternating flux comes in contact with conductor, EMF is induced, and if the circuit is closed, one current starts to flow. If that much enough flux coming in contact with that outer metallic body, so that whatever the enough EMF produced produces enough current, and if you are going to touch to it and if it is not properly earthed, you will get shock. In iron also, if outer metallic body in it current is flowing leakage current, that is called. Why it is called as leakage current? Because it don't help in producing the output. Normally it don't flow, only accidentally it may flow. Got it? Okay. So if any leakage current get produced in outer metallic body of an electrical equipment and you are touching to that outer metallic body, our body resistance 1000 ohm, earthing wire resistance less than 5 ohm. Current always prefers minimum opposition path. That's why it will flow through 5 ohm resistance, earthing wire resistance which is less than 5 ohm. Our body resistance 1000 ohm, it will not flow through our body and you will be safe. In such cases, one more MCB is installed and that is called as RCCB. That is there in electrical lab. Wherever there is a possibility that leakage current will get produced and person working on it may get shock. So to the moment leakage current starts to flow, RCCB operates. Okay, MCB जो रहता है miniature circuit breaker, it gives protection only in case of overload and short circuit. But earth leakage part like this, if earth like this leakage current is produced in outer metallic body and it is flowing through earth, the moment leakage current get produced in outer metallic body, RCCB अगर installed है तो वो operate होता है. Immediately it makes circuit open. Okay, RCCB operate हो गया means somewhere leakage current is flowing through outer metallic body of some instrument. Find it, get it correct, done earthing connection properly, and then correct the fault. Okay, correct the fault and then you can switch on the MCB. Now tell me, whatever the just now you told me from socket earthing terminal, that earthing wire is connected to ground. We can't see it. It is buried under the wall plaster, under the ground, all arrangement. So how to test whether earthing connection is continuous or not? If it is in a breaking condition, what will occur? You will get shock. Okay, so I wanted to check whether that earthing connection is proper or not. So what you can do for that? Yes, anyone can tell? Take one lamp. Every lamp has two terminals. One wire of that lamp, one terminal you connect to phase, another to earthing. So what will happen? Switch on. Switch on the switch beside that socket. If lamp glows, means what? Earthing connection is proper, continuous, not in a breaking condition. And if even if you switch on and lamp don't glow, means what? Earthing connection somewhere in an open condition. So get it correct, get it correct. So if you find somewhere earthing connection not done properly or there is a leakage current produced, okay, so inform to concerned person and ask him to get it correct, otherwise someone will suffer. Okay, again what else? So these all are the again in college, whatever the, if MSB supply is not there, we use generator. That generator, I think all of you know, it requires mechanical input and it generates electrical output. Okay, so how we give mechanical input to generator? Water turbines you can use in hydropower plant, steam turbine you can use in thermal power plant. Like in our college, what we can use to give mechanical input? There it's steam turbine, water turbine, not possible. Diesel engine. Okay, so diesel engine, it requires diesel fuel, so storage of fuel is required. Such flammable fuel you should not keep near to 11 kV line or 22 kV or 420 volt or 220 volt. A separate storage room must be there for such flammable liquids. Okay, wherever required, give earthing connection, provide earthing connection. Wherever required, install MCB fuses. Nowadays fuses are being replaced by MCB. Okay, and rather than analog energy meter, use digital one. Okay, so these all are the safety precautions. Clear? Now next one is types of instruments. Okay, so which one are these instruments? Yes, first one is which one?
Ammeter.
Ammeter. Second one,
Voltmeter.
Voltmeter.
voltmeter. And the third one?
Multimeter.
No, no. Third one.
galvanometer,
Third one is what?
gal-
Voltmeter ही है. V लिखा है ना. Third one is also voltmeter. Now can you tell me what is the difference between last two voltmeter? See, this V you observe, symbol below it. Third one V you observe and symbol below it. What is the difference between the two? Yes.
Second AC.
Correct. This one is AC voltmeter and third one is
DC.
DC.
AC voltmeter. Okay, so got it. Which one is of AC type and which one is of DC type? If it is AC type, you will find below that V or ammeter like this alternating symbol. Means this is AC type of meter. You can use them only in AC circuit when the supply is AC. If you find below V or below a straight line is there, see here straight line is there, means it is a DC type of meter that you can use only in DC circuit when the source is DC. Okay, so which one are these instruments? See, this is the scale. It starts from 0 and where it ends?
5.
It ends at 5. Okay, so scale is from 0 to 5. Now you observe between 4 and 5 differences of 1 volt, between 4 and 3 differences of 1 volt, and how many subdivisions are there in between them? So one subdivision stands for how much?
0.2 volt.
Correct.
0.2.
0.2 volt. Okay, difference divided by number of divisions. 1 divided by 5, so 0.2. Got it? So what is the least count? If you get asked calculate the least count, so difference divided by number of divisions. So here one division stands for 0.2 volt. Now can you tell me in AC voltmeter between 200 and 300 10 subdivisions are there. So one subdivision stands for how much volt?
10.
10.
volt.
Correct.
10.
Correct. 10 volt. Okay, that is called as least count. So the meters in which like this scale and pointer, this one is pointer. Here see this one is pointer, this one is pointer. So like this scale pointer arrangement is there. What such instruments are called as?
Indicating instruments.
Correct. Indicating instruments means clear. Pointer scale arrangement, indicating instruments. See this one also indicating instruments, pointer scale arrangement. Okay, now see what is this one is recording instrument. What do you think? Which one you will call recording instruments? Yes, which one instruments are called as recording? What you can see here, can you see paper pen arrangement? Are you getting the readings in the form of graph?
Yes.
Of any quantity. It can be voltage, current, temperature, force, displacement,
Resistor
anything
scale.
it can be there. So whenever, right, resistor scale. So whenever you are getting the readings in the form of graphs with the help of paper pen arrangement, that comes under which type of instruments?
Recording
Correct.
instrument.
Recording instrument. See this one also recording instrument. Okay. Now next one is, last one is integrating. Energy meter, what it display? Energy consumed by consumer. Energy meter, everywhere wherever there is a consumption of electricity, utilization of electricity, energy meter is installed, and in proportion to its display you have to pay, and whatever are the charges per unit, in proportion to that you have to pay the electricity bill. Okay, so how much energy is consumed by consumer, to display it, to count it, to measure it, energy meter is the device used. Earlier one it was induction type. Nowadays it is being replaced by digital one. Digital one is more accurate compared to induction type. Okay, in digital one you will find microcontroller IC is there, and whatever the program burn in that microcontroller IC, as per that program it works. Along with that you will find CTPT is there, current transformer, potential transformer, to step down voltage and current, because electronic circuit is there inside it. That electronic circuit require less voltage, less current. So CTPT, electronic circuit, current transformer, potential transformer, and microcontroller IC. Like this is the arrangement you will find in digital one. The previous one, whatever used earlier days, it was induction type, rotating aluminum disc. You all of you may have seen. Along with that, 3 magnets are there, 2 electromagnet and 1 permanent magnet. Okay, but nowadays this induction type being replaced by digital one. Okay, now this energy meter, what it display? Energy consumed by consumer over some particular time interval, that is over 1 month, over 2 months, so on. So whenever any meter it display energy, any quantity over some particular cumulative time period, then that comes under which type? Integrating type of instrument. One of the example is energy meter. Clear? Types of instruments, everyone? Pointer scale arrangement means which type? Pointer scale arrangement means which type?
Indicator.
Indicating type. Paper pen arrangement, you are getting the readings in the form of graph means which type?
Recording.
Recording, correct. Background noise. Everyone, please switch off your background sound. Okay, and energy meter, whenever instruments display reading over some particular time interval, that comes under which type? Integrating type of instruments. Okay, now see this one, whatever we have seen, it is having pointer scale arrangement. Scale here, only single scale is there. Few meters you will find more than one scale are there. So you have to select scale, find the wrist count, see the position of pointer and note down the reading. So that comes under analog type. Now this one, digital multimeter, it directly gives you value. So this comes under digital type of instruments. So digital one are more accurate compared to analog. Okay, so this DMM, it has digital display. Now see, whenever you are using digital multimeter, 2 probes required. Okay, so one is black, another is red. Now first thing, see here, what is the symbol of?
DC voltmeter.
DC voltage.
DC volt.
Correct. What is the minimum range? See, this to this, here it is the range of DC voltmeter. What is the minimum range?
400.
400 watt. What is the unit?
Millivolt.
Millivolt. And what is the
Millivolt.
maximum?
1000.
1000 volt.
One-
Correct. Okay.
1000 volt.
1000 DC voltmeter. What is this?
AC voltmeter.
AC voltage. What is this?
AC.
AC
AC
ammeter.
current. AC current. DC current.
AC ammeter.
AC emitter, DC emitter. What is this symbol?
Resistance.
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 What is the symbol is of? Diode. Below it,
Diode, yes.
speaker. Means what are the applications of DMM? You can measure AC DC voltage, AC DC current. You can measure resistance also. Diode, which one is anode terminal, which one is cathode, whether the diode is in a working condition or not, that also you can check. Okay, here speaker symbol is there. All of you know, whatever the wires, every wire centrally it has conductor and it is insulated with some insulating medium. Okay, insulating material. So in transformer also many turns that windings has, and it is insulated with some insulating material. It is lengthy, very lengthy. Cable also centrally conductor, it is insulated with some insulating material. So how to find whatever the conductor inside any wire or windings or cable, whether it is continuous or in a breaking condition, that also you can check using DMM. That is called as continuity test. For that, this knob, ये जो knob है यहाँ पे, ये देखो यहाँ पे line है. So this knob, complete one, you can move clockwise, anti-clockwise. Okay. So this knob you put on the speaker symbol, and hold that wire across the 2 probes of this probes. Okay, hold it across these 2 terminals of these probes. If it beeps, means wire is continuous. If it don't beep, then wire is not continuous. Okay, so see here, how many terminals are there? 4 terminals are there. So lower one is called as what? See, this one is called as common. Black probe, always you have to connect to common. Now see, This one terminal you see what is written here, volt, ohm, hertz and diode symbol. Okay, means whenever you wanted to measure voltage, resistance, frequency and diode you want to test, continuity test also you wanted to carry out, put this red knob in this hole. If you, and black one to common. Suppose I wanted to measure current in milliampere and microampere, red probe I will put over here. Okay, if I wanted to measure current up to 20 ampere, I will put a red probe over here, and black always you have to connect to ground. Okay, now this one, whatever the DMM you can see on screen, one more facility it has, it can measure temperature also, slightly advanced one. Otherwise in basic one there is no facility for temperature. You can see here, see this one is AC DC voltage, AC DC current, resistance, diode symbol is there. See here it is the off position. Here no separate switch. Here one position on this scale is marked as off. This is the knob. You can rotate it in clockwise, anti-clockwise direction. Here is the arrow. This arrow you put on off position when the DMM you are not using it, because its cells are required battery operated. So to save battery, to save it electricity, what you can do, DC voltage you can say. So put this knob always at off position. Now can you tell me what this facility is for? NPN, PNP,
Transistor.
correct. Transistor,
Transistor.
emitter, base and collector. Means transistor, whether it is in a working condition or not, whether it is of PNP type or NPN type, which one is emitter, base, collector, terminal, that things also you can check using this DMM. For this DMM, see again the three terminals here, black terminal always you put here, and the red one either here or here depending on your requirement. So what is the application of DMM? Clear? You can measure AC DC voltage, AC DC current, resistance, continuity of wire, continuity test it is called. Again, diode, transistor also you can check. Clear DMM applications?
Ma'am, what is meant by the symbol in the latest DMM? Please go down.
This one?
Please go down. No, please go
Okay,
down.
okay. Yes. Yes, which one?
Ma'am, on the right side there is a diode symbol, or that red color wire. So what is meant by the another symbol next to the diode symbol?
That is logic is there. This logic, I think it is related to that gates, AND gate, NOR gate, you know. Maybe
Logic
that
gate.
one it is. Okay, so it is slightly advanced. This one, maybe this one you will find in electronics department. Okay, or IT computer students also have digital electronic circuit. So it is related to that subject, AND gate, OR gate. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So DMM is clear. You watch video on YouTube how you can use DMM for all these applications. Okay, so you will be familiar with that. Videos are available. Next one is rheostat. Okay, next one component is rheostat. Before that, resistors. This is called as carbon composite resistors. These are skin color or dark cream color, right? This is the symbol of resistance. All of you know its unit is ohm. Now these are carbon composite resistance are with color band. In market, this one are also available with blue color. If it is, then that is called as metal film resistors. This is light dependent resistor. Okay, these are the thick film resistors. These are the surface mount resistor. Whenever you will perform the project in second year, third year, final year, all these components you will be using if required in your projects. Okay, now this rheostat, next one topic we are going to see. This about this part. So these are also the resistors, various type. Now whatever, suppose 4-band resistance is there, so using this band and this table you can find out its value. First 2 band stands for first 2 digits, third one is multiplier, and fourth one is tolerance. Okay, so suppose I am getting the value 82 kilo ohm. Now I want to cross check whatever I have measured or calculated whether it is correct or not. Which one instrument you can use? Or I don't want to use, I don't want to use suppose this table. So go for multimeter. Okay. Now multimeter, for multimeter, what you will do? Where you will set it to? Yes, यहाँ पे ये प्रोब्स जो है वो कहाँ पे पुटअप करोगे? ब्लैक वन कहाँ पे पुटअप करोगे?
Common.
कॉमन पे. रेड वन
वो-
ओहम पे, बिकॉज
Oh.
ओहम. हाँ, अगेन रेड वन टू ओहम. देन ये जो नॉब है, ये इसका जो एरो है वो कौन से रेंज पे सिलेक्ट करोगे? अभी कितनी आई है? वैल्यू इज 82 किलो ओहम. मीन्स ये जो रेजिस्टेंस है ये 200 ओहम है, ये 2000 है, ये 20 के है. तो कौन सी? 82 किलो ओहम है. तो कहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करोगे? विच स्केल यू विल सिलेक्ट? ये जो
200 20K.
20 के. वेरी गुड. 20 के सिलेक्ट करना है. ये जो नॉब है वो आप 20 किलो ओहम पे रखो. तो वैल्यू अगर वो 82 दिखा रहा है, यहाँ पे इसमें ये यूनिट नहीं दिखाता है, सिर्फ वैल्यू दिखाता है. सपोज वैल्यू 82 है, मीन्स उसका यूनिट क्या है? व्हाट इज द यूनिट? किलो ओहम, बिकॉज स्केल you have selected in kilo ohm. 20 kilo ohm means the display also will be in kilo ohm. So 82 kilo ohm. Clear? Okay. So
Yeah.
red or black.
What if
black
we have no idea about?
रेंज? हाँ, तो चेंज करते जाओ. पहले उसको 2000 ओहम के सामने रखो. अगर वो कुछ भी डिस्प्ले नहीं करता है, मीन्स वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन है स्केल से. ठीक है, तो स्केल चेंज करते जाओ. ठीक है. तो ब्लैक वन प्रोब टू कॉमन, रेड वन टू ओहम, एंड अक्रॉस द टू टर्मिनल्स ऑफ प्रोब्स. ये जो दो प्रोब है यहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस आप कनेक्ट करो, कार्बन कंपोजिट रेजिस्टेंस लाइक दिस. और वो नॉब 2000 कौन सी रेंज की है हमने? 20 किलो ओहम पे रखो. ठीक है. और फिर वो वैल्यू दिखाता है. Got it? Clear? How to use
Yes.
DMM, resistors. Now what's about inductor? Inductor means what? Any coil you take and wrap it with few turns like this, so it will act as a inductor. Every coil, it has some self inductance which is denoted by capital L. Its unit is Henry. It is the property of a coil which opposes the change in current through it. If you are increasing the current in the circuit, it opposes the increase in current. If you are decreasing the current in the circuit, it opposes the decrease in current. Self inductance. Okay, L. These all are the various types of inductor. Next one is capacitor. Capacitor, it is the disc type of capacitor. It don't have polarity. If you see electrolytic capacitor, it has the polarity. Capacitor means what? Two metallic plates separated by dielectric medium. It has the ability to hold the charge. It is denoted by capital C. Unit is farad or microfarad. Okay. Now, what occurs in some circuit, if you are using capacitor, for that circuit, you are going to switch on for some time interval, and after some time interval, you are going to switch off the supply. Even if you switch off the supply, there is a possibility that that capacitor is holding a charge. And if in that case, if you touch to its terminals, you will get shock. So be careful while touching to leads of capacitor. Okay. Even if you wanted to use that capacitor, what you can do, across its two terminals with rubber gloves, insulated wires you use while doing this. Okay. So connect resistance across the two terminals of capacitor. What will happen? Circuit is closed, one current starts to flow, capacitor starts to discharge. Okay. Now the moment capacitor get fully discharged, current will be 0. And then you can remove this resistance. And now you can touch to capacitor leads. Yes, background sound, please make it off. Okay, clear to everyone? This is called as draining of capacitor. This is called as draining of capacitor. Okay, so this is one of the safety precaution while handling the capacitor. Okay, next is rheostat. Rheostat, have you seen it before? Yes.
Yes.
Rheostat. This one is larger in size. See this one also, which is used in electronic devices. What it is called as potentiometer. Same application, same terminals. Okay. So this one is pot, which is mostly used in electronic circuit wherever there is a constraint of size matters. Otherwise, this is rheostat. Okay. Now it has lower two fixed terminals. These two are called as lower two fixed terminals. Okay. And this one upper one is called as variable terminal. Now what is happening? See, this lower one fixed terminal, here it is marked as terminal A, another fixed terminal, it is marked as terminal B. What is done from this A terminal up to B terminal, one copper wire with many turns is connected. Okay, means if I connect incoming wire over here, current will start enter to A, it will travel through all the turns and it will lead to B. Okay, in this case it is acting as a fixed resistance. This is the sliding point contact. Okay, this sliding point contact you can move from A toward B along this steel rod. Now whatever is the position of this knob, in this case current will enter to A, will travel through all the turns and it will lead to B. This is called as fixed resistance. See, this is the symbol of rheostat. This is marked as terminal A, this one is another fixed terminal B, and this point is called as variable terminal C. See, this is the C terminal, it is acting as a variable terminal here, and lower two are called as fixed. Why lower two are called as fixed? Because see, if I connect one incoming wire over here and leaving over here, so current will enter through A, travel through all the turns and will leave terminal B. You move this sliding point contact anywhere, still current will flow through all the turns. That's why it is called as two fixed point. Okay, so here you can see in this circuit, see here, this is the lamp which is connected across phase and neutral, and this is the symbol of fuse. Okay, what I have connected additional rheostat. Rheostat, this is the symbol. A and B are fixed, C is variable. Now tell me here, rheostat, how many terminals are connected in the circuit? In diagram 1, how many terminals? No, only two are connected. See, A is connected to phase and B is connected to lamp. What's about C? It is floating in the circuit, not connected in the circuit. Means it is acting as a what? See, you go on moving from A to B. Current will flow through all the turns. Means resistance in the circuit is fixed. Means rheostat here it is acting as a fixed resistance. Fixed resistance. Okay, that's why A and B are called as fixed point, because if you connect them in the circuit, the resistance of that rheostat don't change. That's why it is called as fixed point resistance. Okay, these 2 points are called as fixed point. Now I wanted to use it as a variable resistance. How can I use it? Yes. How can I use it as a variable resistance? See the diagram.
Connect the lamp to C.
Correct. Any one fixed you use, either A or B, that you connect to phase. Here I have connected A. You can connect rather than A, B also, and connect variable terminal to lamp. Now all of you can see here B is not connected in the circuit. It is floating. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in this case, what will happen? That rheostat will act as a variable resistance. How it will work? See here. Okay. So see, in case of variable resistance, how it acts? See, this is the incoming terminal A. Current will enter over here, and this is the leaving wire I am connecting to C. Current will leave from this end. Now, how current enters C? How current flow through A? It will enter. It will travel through all the turns. Current always prefer minimum opposition path. That's why through the sliding point contact, through this rod, it will leave terminal C. Means it is not traveling through all the turns. It is traveling only turns till sliding point contact. Now what I'll do, I'll move this sliding point contact at this position, suppose here. Now what will happen? Current will enter. It will travel through turns till this point, and then through this steel rod sliding contact, it will move to C. Got it? Now see, whatever the earlier one position and next position, suppose this is X position, okay, and earlier one Y. So tell me, at position X and Y, resistance is same or different? First one is Y, second one is X. Sliding
Different.
point, different, right? Means sliding point contact, if you go on changing its position, turns in the circuit changes and resistance of circuit or rheostat changes. Got it? Now, can you tell me this sliding point contact, in this case, if it is toward A point and if it is toward B point, so which one position is the minimum resistance position and which one is maximum? Can you tell me? Lower one is A and this side is B. If this sliding point contact is toward A, then that will be minimum or maximum opposition position or resistance position?
Minimum.
Minimum. Correct. And toward B end, it will be
Maximum.
maximum resistance position. Clear to everyone? Okay, you are using it as a variable resistance, and in which application you can use it as a means in which application when all the three terminals are used. See here, what is done? This is A terminal, this is B terminal. You apply some constant voltage across these two terminals. I am going to apply single phase AC voltage 220 volt. Means this 220 volt will be there across all the turns on primary side. Now what you do, this is the input side. Output you tap from variable point and any one fixed. I am going to tap it from B. So consider these two are the output terminals. Now this variable point you consider it is at position O. If you observe on output side, across C and B or across O and B, no turns are there. So even if input voltage is 220 volt, output side voltage is how much?
0.
0 volt, because no turns are there across C and B. Now what you do, this variable point, sliding point contact, you go on moving from O to A in this direction. Gradually you go on moving. So turns on secondary side, turns across C and B will go on increasing. Means voltage across secondary output side will go on increasing. And this changing voltage you are getting means it is acting as a potential divider. In which application all the three terminals of rheostats are used? Whenever you wanted to use it as a potential divider. Means what? Variable voltage you will get across C and B, provided input you are applied across A and B. Got it? This variable voltage you can apply to lamps. All of you may know intensity of lamps depends on voltage, directly proportional. जितना ज्यादा वोल्टेज आप लैंप्स के अक्रॉस अप्लाई करते हो उतनी उसकी इंटेंसिटी बढ़ती है. Got it? Or you can apply this variable voltage to some motor also. Its speed will go on changing. See, available everywhere is constant voltage, 220 volt single phase or 420 volt 3 phase. But if you wanted to give variable voltage, right? What you can use? Rheostat. You go for rheostat. Clear? Across two fixed you apply constant voltage. Across one variable and one fixed you will get changing voltage. Go on changing that sliding pot its position, sliding knob its position. Another instrument is auto transformer. Auto transformer also same application. That is, it works on AC. Output is AC. Variable AC voltage. Input is fixed to auto transformer and output you will get variable voltage. Transformer, input is AC, output is AC. Auto transformer, same thing. Input is AC, output is AC. But transformer is what? To step up or to step down the voltage. Okay, so this transformer is used to step up or to step down the voltage, and auto transformer is used for what purpose? Auto transformer input voltage is fixed, but output voltage is variable. Clear to all of you? Okay, so everywhere fixed voltage is available, but whenever to any circuit you wanted to give variable voltage, you can use rheostat or you can go for auto transformer. Is this clear to everyone?